This week's episode of the Deckchair and Yumz podcast brought to you by Talibanter. Are you an evil regime of murdering psychos who wants to leave after 20 years and let the original fellas take over? I've been reading the news. They're back. Fucking Taliban's back. Go to www.talibanter.com/yum to get fucking 25% off your new American-made Black Hawk helicopter. Fuck me, I hate being right. Play the intro. Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? You're all very welcome back to the Deckchair and Yumz podcast. It's me, Deckchair, aka Mickey Bartlett, and Yumz, aka Connor Keys. I'm hungover to the balls.
I was going to say, that's a hungover introduction. We've never done an introduction like that before.
And I'm so tired.
This for all our new listeners. Did you pick up something weekend or something?
I'll tell you what happened there. I lifted my arms to talk and realised I'm so hungover that hurt. Do you ever be so hungover? I think I've got MS now. Like this is I've done damage this week. I swear to fuck.
Oh no!
Please, baby Jesus, get me through this next couple of hours.
So, Mickey, we haven't had one of these in a while. Let's be honest.
That's not true. I was down last week as well.
I mean, this is not able to do the fucking YMCA level. Hungover is not good.
Where everything's tingly. Fucking whiskey sours when I shouldn't drink them.
You don't even like them.
I do.
You made them here on the Agony. Is that the one with the sugar?
I was an old fashioned.
What's an old fashioned? What's a whiskey sour?
Don't know. There's whiskey in it. I think there's whiskey.
Which is sour.
I think there's whiskey bitters. There's a lemony sour thing, and then egg white, and a wild pale ice.
Egg white. Okay. Did you do it the full thing?
Like I wasn't making them.
Oh right. Okay.
I got them in a bar.
Oh right. Okay.
And then I was drinking whiskey and ginger.
Of course.
With loads of ice. And then I would drink just whiskey. I just drank whiskey all day. So you're lucky you haven't beat the fuck out of both of you. Hard.
So basically just in whiskey.
I came in here and I'm there. 50 ml of bourbon. Oh, don't need whiskey. Lemon juice, sugar syrup, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, half a fresh egg white, ice, and a 50p size piece of lemon zest. Apparently, it says there.
Only 50p size.
Only 50p size, but it's
fresh egg white. What does that do to it? Is it like makes it frothy or something? Is
it? I suppose. Yeah. But I shouldn't have drank it. I knew you should have
drank it. There was no egg whites here when you were making.
Well, that's because I was an old fashioned.
Is old fashioned have bitters as well? Does it?
Yeah, an old fashioned just whiskey, bitters, and orange.
Okay,
pretty much.
Right, okay. I was wondering because
that's why I was making them.
It was you the first time I'd ever seen anybody with bitters. That's what it was for.
That's yeah. I should
have learned something every new, something new every day.
I should have known better. Never mind, because I drank them on Thursday as well, and me and my father went out for a couple of pints of Guinness on the Thursday afternoon. And had a lovely afternoon. Guinness. Then my girlfriend arrived and she was like, I'll have a wee gin. And I was like, well, I may as well keep drinking until you're drunk. Because there's no point going home, me pestering you, sitting there having to listen to me. So then we started drinking whiskey sours. And then the next day, she had to not go to work and couldn't get her second jab of her vaccine. Because the two of us were trembling. She was vomiting, I was shitting. There's only one toilet in my flat. It was a fucking disaster, man. It was a full. Do you know? I think that the test of a relationship when you get comfortable enough that when somebody's being sick and you go to give them water and they go, "Get the fuck out of here!" You're like, Jesus. The power of Christ compelled you, but you might hurry up because I'm going to soil myself if you don't fucking get out of that toilet. It was terrible.
To the point where, sink.
Yeah, I want to apologise to anybody who was on my Instagram all day Friday, Saturday, because all I was doing was farting and recording them. I swear to God, I woke myself up farting. There was a point where I farted as I was making a cup of coffee, turned around, walked into the fart, and it smelled that bad. I just started laughing in the kitchen. Like I was just in stitches at the state of me.
I did see your video Instagram. I don't be on very often, but when I seen it, I thought, oh. And as they progressed, they got a lot better.
They were getting deeper and longer. And
you felt that your skill was improving with it too. You were able to, to work on the volume and all the rest.
There was a point where I was like, is my arse trying to go here, Mick? What? You hear my Donald Duck impression? Because I was like they were shocking.
Did you lose followers or gain them from the farts?
It kind of evened out, to be honest with you. It was a weird. I did notice it drop a few, and then a few people were like, "I like this kind of content."
Yeah, Fartgate, love it.
And then, but that's just. I'm really sorry for somebody I have a third level education. I'm a celebrity in this country, and there I was just farting. I was weirdly getting messages from some people who were like, mate, it's so glass just to see a man chill out and fart and record it. One guy was like, I think you might be the freest human being on the planet. You don't give a fuck. I just couldn't stop it. It was so funny. Like, the type. Like,
I don't know. I have to say, the thing that got me was the facial expressions, especially in the mid flow.
Yeah.
Just sort of thinking to see what's going to come next.
There was ones where like there was a few times where I went, oh fuck, I should have recorded that one. Like there was points where I could feel a fart brewing, and I was like trying to find my phone because I was like, I could tell this is going to be a cracker. And then I was figuring out if I maneuvered my legs a certain way. I've seen a video on TikTok of a woman getting gas out of her baby. I don't mean for hating. It was a nice switch.
Okay, where's the edit button? We can edit that. We would like to be on YouTube this week.
I don't take that back. And frankly, I'm not ashamed of myself. And frankly, no.
Oh, that's enough now.
I reckon enough.
Oh,
Hitler, baby, one more time, man. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Here, what stinks and hides in an attic? The diarrhea of Anne Frank.
Hey, where did you go to the toilet?
Anne Frank? In her hands. I have no idea.
I've never thought that. I thought never entered my head.
As somebody who's been to Amsterdam as many times as you have, and you haven't been to the museum.
Never once.
Never once. I saw the queue one time.
I've brought people to it.
Aye, and dropped them off
about 6 times. I went, see a wee thin house there?
Aye.
That's it there. That's the queue. Do you see that coffee shop over there? That's where I'll be when you finish. Shout out to Paradise. I love you.
Next time you do it, throw in, where'd you go to the toilet? Is there a shitter there?
Never asked that question.
I couldn't flush it, like.
No. Had to be a bucket, but in a bucket, you still would be heard. And like, if there was anything going to scare the shit out of you, it would be Nazis.
Aye. I'm thinking, I don't know if they're, I think like a World War II ration diet would kind of, you wouldn't really be doing the worst shits.
I think you would you not?
I don't think you'd be releasing any seagulls, like.
No, that's true.
I think,
seagulls.
Yeah, and it's all kosher food as well, wouldn't it? So that's going to be all right.
That's going to be fine.
Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of omega-3. You're going to be having healthy shites. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
their dads is there like, don't worry about that. He was a ghosty.
I never thought. Is it mad how things they got, like a simple basic thing they got? I thought, I never thought of it.
Wonder if the Fritzels have toilets?
Downstairs? Aye. I'm sure he built the whole fucking. He had sinks and bathrooms, the whole thing, didn't he?
Tell you what, fucking.
Now the wife.
You can say a lot of things about him, but tenacious.
Tenacious, and I would have a wee talk with Mrs. Fritzl.
Aye.
Because if she didn't understand or realise that there was a fucking house being built below her.
But you know what men are like.
He's doing something
he's in the shed again. Why? What's more? The lawnmower keeps crying. Don't know what's wrong with.
Many a time I've been in my shed thinking I would get tunnel to get the fuck out of here.
Tell you what's a fucking nightmare. See, since I got that tumble jar, all it does is go help me, let me out. It's the last time I bought a Japanese fucking tumble jar anyway. Jesus Christ. He's down there trying to fix it. I haven't seen him in ages. He has his hobbies. It's just to get, you know what, it keeps him out of my road. Because I get the floors done and I can sit and relax. Keeps him out of the way. It's great. It's
Occupies the Wayne's time.
That's it. It's the secret to a good marriage is just giving each other space. Just plenty of space. That's what I like about him.
Oh, okay. That started off well.
I did, yeah. And now
that started as dark as your hangover.
Give me 2 seconds to go and feed my daughter niece here. Oh, please, you take over. I'll just sit here.
What would that, like, what?
I'm a bad man.
What would she have been called?
Not as bad as Joe Fritzl. Like.
No, fucking not a Fritzl. Like, but what would she have been called?
Mrs. Fritzl?
No,
Mrs. Fritzl?
The child of his daughter. Because is that his granddaughter?
Yeah. Well, fuck. Oh, no.
Answers in a postcard, folks. Yeah. If you could just have a think about what happens, what do you call a child that is conceived? Jesus Christ.
We'll have to go up to fucking. If you live on the North Coast, let us know. Because you know, like inbred swine.
Can we just start?
Also, Scotch isn't a language, that's a speech impediment. Brother, flare sucker. Boys, I'm telling you. That's what happens when you've got a town full of 500,000 people and only 2 surnames. I can. Hey, where him now? Fade wins. Fucking the new. That's me up down the floor sucking wee dafties. You're all wee dafties. I'm joking. Thanks. Bring up the North Coast.
Yes, I think we'll just edit that now and just not.
Well, not we don't edit things. We're real, man. We just send it out there and let people. If you can't handle what we're fucking selling, don't buy it or whatever.
We don't edit because we get edited.
Yeah, we don't edit.
YouTube do it for us.
Yeah,
so
we don't edit because we don't know how to.
Sorry to everybody that listened for just rabbiting on for last week. I know if you're listening to this on Spotify, you don't give a fuck about it, but YouTube took us down. Still don't know why they took us down. Misinformation? Medical? Oh, there you are.
It's mad. I think it's good that YouTube have a strict censoring policy. I think it's very important. There was a time Connor took a shit in a baby's mouth. Hard to do. Very hard to do. Shit in a baby's mouth. So the baby, it's law on the bout. Because we know what's going on. And you're over. The best way to do is be over the mouth.
Yeah, you think so.
You're trying to shit directly in it, but you don't want to get shit in the face because that ruins the game.
Yeah, that's cruel.
You have to then try and squeeze out a thin shite to get in directly in the baby's mouth because it's too big. It's akin to blowing up a Death Star. Do you know what I mean? You have to really.
There's a small
and
opportunity.
Really trust the force.
Yeah.
Because too much force.
Oh, you kill the child.
You're fucking splattering. Do you know what I mean? You're JFK in that baby. You don't want to do that. You just want to shit. Just want to get in his mouth. Sometimes it's okay because the baby's like, "Oh, have you a dummy?" And you're like, "Oh, a wee bit." You know what I mean? More of a dummy. But take that down YouTube, you fucking hypocrites. Sorry, wrong podcast. I'm so angry. I drank all my Lucozade too. Connor, no, my period.
You know when Mickey comes in and he's living the Vito Luco, it's not good. He's dying.
Fucking tramp. You didn't give me a...
James trying to give him monster energy.
There's already monsters in here. Demons.
So apart from shitting in baby's mouths, anything else you want to talk about?
No. Happy enough just sitting here, to be honest with you. Go on.
Well, we need to recap maybe on the week.
Yeah, I've been back fucking out gigging again and stuff. I did a gig in East Belfast.
That's right.
On Saturday night, which I have to say, boys, you can tell the country's come a long way when a man like me is in East Belfast, surrounded by people wearing masks, and all he's doing is telling jokes.
And people are laughing.
That's it. Because years ago, fuck me, I'd have been saying nothing. Do you know what I mean? I've been saying fuck all. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Years ago, a man like me, I wouldn't be telling jokes in East Belfast. I'd be a prize in the raffle. I'd come out my pants and slap me in the eye. Good worker. Some back on him. Very little cheek. Away he goes. Back down to the shipyard. His name's Michael.
One caveat, he shits in Wayne's mouths, but don't worry about that.
I don't actually shit in Wayne's mouth. That was a wee satirical thing about YouTube censorship policies. Never shit in a Wayne's mouth. Shit in a woman's mouth. She was a baby woman, like, so I suppose in many ways, yes, I have shit in a baby's mouth. I haven't shit in a baby's mouth.
Well, now that we're on that, have you ever...
Shit in somebody? No.
Well, any of that...
Like scat stuff? Mm-hmm. No, thank you.
No, thank you. If you had said yes, we would have had to have talk.
Well,
about how to do it.
No, I've told this story on stage before. There was one time I was in my youth, and I met a lady in a nightclub, and she invited me back to her house, and I went back. Unfortunately, I had been drinking double vodka Red Bulls all night, so when it came to crunch time, there was no. The blood was pumping to my heart instead of my willy, and I just got the braces off, so I engaged in 45 to 50 minutes of the best foreplay anyone's ever seen.
Nice.
And a thing happened that has only ever occurred once in my lifetime. A thing called female ejaculation. I thought it was a myth. It did indeed happen. The girl then apologised. She said, "I'm really sorry, because of course that's urine." I said, "That's not urine at all. What happened there was your vagina got so excited to try to leave your body because I'm a genius." She said, "No, Mickey, it's urine." I said, "It's not." She said, "It is." I said, "We'll agree to disagree." A week later, same lady rang me. She says, "Do you want to come around?" I says, "Well, of course you could be ringing me back, because obviously I'm a vajak belt." And we went to the same nightclub. I had the same concoction of drinks. I didn't think it was anything to do with the drinks. And we got back to our house, and once again I said, "Oh no, sorry, pet, but the lights are on, but nobody's bone." I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll do the same thing I did last week, so I went, Connor. And it wasn't 45 to 50 minutes at all. It was in 7 minutes. She said the words that have stuck with me my entire life. She said, oh fuck, I'm going to squirt. And when you hear that in a Portadown accent, you go, and then what proceeded to happen, Connor, was that a woman took a piss on her bed, an inch away from my face. And I remember thinking at the time, I'm not annoyed about the fact you pissed, not annoyed about the fact you ruined the cuff of my good shirt. It was the lies. Because that was a fake orgasm, and she needed a piss. And I've always said, for the rest of my life, I've always had this thing, when it comes to the ladies, you can pee on me, you can poo on me. Just don't lie to me. Can I go home now?
Yeah. I think that's home time. Okay. So,
but I've never. Apart from that, I've never felt the need to get other stuff involved.
Okay.
I mean, the one time there was a lube involved and I was on my own.
Right.
We were university and a girl, I think I've maybe told loads of people this several times. One of the girls was at an Ann Summers party and bought menthol tingle lube.
Oh yes,
but not in a handy squeezy bottle or a wee pump. It was in a fucking tub like Brill cream.
Right.
And we all the lads took a wee bit each, went into our rooms and put a wee bit in our willies, then came back into join the rest of the party and we were all like that. And then I was like, I'm going for more. And I took another dollop and reapplied.
Of course you did.
I thought to myself it was a bit like sunscreen. I'm ginger, I need to go twice. Do you know what I mean? Kind of, they call me Dulux Dick because I need 2 coats. And that was a mistake now. I will admit, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was like my dick chewed an airwave. That was, I swear to God. I could hear it.
Barney
It was awful. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then weirdly, it wasn't a water-based lubricant, so when you tried to wash it off, all it did was spread around.
Oh,
made it worse.
Nice.
So my balls were roasting, the wee bits of my thighs, and my knee, obviously because of the length of it.
Oh, cool, you're right.
My toes were all fucking tied back up.
When you're laid down and went into your hole.
Laid down, fucking flopped away like I took a light out. It's a nightmare. Having a gargantuan penis. It's a major problem.
Must be
for a lot of people, not for me.
Well, there you are. So that's.
I mean, my dick looks massive, but only in my hand because all the wee sides of it. Beat out of my fingers. Here, thought of another word that involved in back to Kitterpaw, Ibliqua, and all that there. Aggie pack. Have you ever heard of Aggie pack?
Aggie pack.
Aggie pack.
Aggie pack.
Aggie pack's just dry skin.
Aggie pack.
Had your man fucking Aggie pack in his ear?
Do you think that was somebody?
He can't even pick that because it was Kitterpaw.
Do you think that was somebody in Lurgan who's seen alopecia? I thought that's
probably.
That's how you say it.
It probably was, yeah. It's somebody who didn't know if it was eczema or psoriasis. I just went fucking Aggie pack.
Aggie pack.
That's why I don't go to Lurgan doctors anymore.
You got Aggie pack.
Your Aggie pack's flaring up again. Put down fucking roid cream out there. See what the crack is. Smeared on there with your Kitterpaw, trying to get in your Ibliqua because then you end up fucking cookie wild.
You never know what'll happen in Ginobili match.
Exactly. I've told you about Cookie Wallet, haven't I? Whoopi Goldberg. How I even got to university is fucking beyond me. I was fucking brought up by a pack of retards.
I'm wondering,
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind.
I'm thinking of the timing of it. When you were going to university, was there a special grant? Was there something was there peace money coming in?
I have an aunt who's a special needs worker, and I'm like, are you a special needs worker or a special needs worker? Like, have you been given a wee job?
Just occupy you.
And everybody else is like, it's fucking. That's how get their Aggie pack over there.
She
thinks she's the assistant manager.
Go over and tell her she did a good job.
Do you want
good job? Thanks very much.
Do you want a gift receipt? This is a chippy.
In case you want to refund that fucking battered sausage.
I love a butter sauce right now. And then a chippy afterwards.
Oh, you see.
I know.
So yes, we're back in action. I made my.
Yes, you were back in action as well. You were fucking back on stage.
I made my comeback on Wednesday night in Derry. Yeah, it was a long day waiting to get there.
Oh man,
shite.
You smashed it though. You did fucking great.
I really enjoyed it actually. Yeah, but it was fucking nerve wracking the whole time. But yeah, it was great. It was
for the Gas Yard Fela.
For the Gas Yard.
We are also available for Protestant festivals.
Yes, we will do across community. We'll take money from anywhere.
I mean, obviously, you have your own comedians, but I don't know their names.
I'm not as good as us.
Exactly. Protestants can't tell jokes. Can write them.
Write them.
Yeah. Can't tell them.
Yeah.
Name a Protestant comedian. See? She and Todd can't get us.
I thought it was too obvious, but I was going, are you going somewhere with
I'll
this?
take it back. No, problems
Tim Elliott, William Thompson.
Problems are hilarious.
Problems
are funny as fuck.
There's a few of them out there now, let's be honest now. It's just not this neck of the woods.
Just now, what I mean.
East Laban.
East of the Ban.
West Laban even?
West, is that West of the Ban?
We're West Laban, yeah.
Is that not a word in Irish? It's West of the Ban, not like milk. I'll take a pint of West Laban. So how did you feel being back? Because I've been back a wee while now.
You've been back for a while,
I never
yeah.
really went away.
And because I had turned down your outdoor shows. Just
because you're a fucking princess.
You're a princess. But I honestly wasn't. I didn't even think I was ready for Wednesday night, to be honest with you. I just wasn't in the mindset. During the summertime in our house, there's not much to fucking laugh about. You know what I mean? But no, it was great to be it, and it was deadly to be back on stage again. That room in Sandino was lovely.
Class, wasn't it?
Really nice room, yeah.
I love how they've got protective COVID screens as well.
Yeah, they were good.
6'4" off the ground, and yeah, unless you're a giraffe,
if you're
not spreading anything.
Well, if there was 3 pictures hanging, they would have been protected.
Yes, yeah,
they were the size of 3 pictures.
The lampshades and Sandinos weren't going to get COVID. The moths were fine,
but for units like ourselves, well, me specifically, it wasn't covering anything.
Covering fuck all, sure. I died in a whole wee bit there on Sunday. I didn't have a great set now in Sandinos. Something was in your head, Nick. No, it was a wee bit all over the place.
There was a wee bit. Do you know when you can get the vibe off you when you're on stage?
Aye.
That you don't like what's happening. Yeah. Because then that doesn't mean the audience doesn't. The audience were fine, but I knew you weren't enjoying it. Yeah,
it's a very strange thing where I've figured out if I have somebody else in the car with me in the way that I gig, I don't do as well. I
try and I give lifts home from Derry, but I wouldn't give a lift to it because I need that space to fucking think and
smoke fags and go where it was next. Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than if and someone's like, do you mind if I put music on? And they're listening to absolute cake.
Well, I wouldn't be allowed in my car, so.
I'm too polite.
Well, you're early in a relationship.
Also, it was my girlfriend, so it was like, if I'm arguing here, I won't get my hole. So
if you're early in a relationship, you'll have to put up a bit of Britney.
I fucking love this song. Hello, my love. I'm a fucking banger.
My lighthouse.
Yeah, all I want to do is just undo your seatbelt, hit the brake real hard. don't ever fucking do it. That's my aux cable, bitch. I feel like it's maybe, I don't know, is there enough equality we can go back to the 1950s, man, and start being like, hey, where's my dinner, bitch? Like, are we allowed to do that yet?
Well, if they fuck about your ox lead, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody that fucks about my ox lead, I mean, we're going back to 1880, you know what I mean? I'm going to fucking bait the shade at you.
Fucking right. We're like, what is that? What is this? Pray tell. This carriage has no horses. Ah! So far back on it goes.
No,
get him all wound up, he becomes a time traveller. Emer's like, there's no chips. She turns around, you're just wearing a powdered wig. Pray tell, why not? Hark.
Call the villagers.
A baiting's on its way. Alas, my love.
A public one too. Out in the middle of your yard baiting.
Why aren't there no beans? Beaniths.
Where art thy purty bed?
Thy forgot us to make it the waffles. Wench, burn her. What'd you do? Forgot to put his tea on. Fucking Joan of Arc it up here now.
No, well, all right, I'm fine.
But yeah, back that
it is weird having somebody else there because you do need to get into the headspace. Yeah, of going. Once you get to the gig, you can chat to people all right because you've done the preparation work. But if you haven't done the preparatory work, and then you're getting there and you're talking to comedians, and you still haven't gotten it done. It's
a weird thing too. Where I did another set there on Saturday night in East Belfast, and didn't have a great one there either. Right? Because I fucking forgot it was on.
Like when you were on?
No. Like right before. So John Maher's friend of mine, you met John before. He lives in London.
I met him, no, but I know him, yeah.
He was over for a gig, and he had a fucking great set. But we were chatting, and I was like, fucking, and then I was like, Mickey, Bart. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no way.
So literally ran on and was like, half of a minute here to go, what am I doing?
Yeah. You do need to get your bearings about it. You need to get prepared and get sort of, I don't want to say get psyched up, but you need to get into the mood. Like,
definitely. And I'm kind of hoping that it's my kind of brain going, let's just keep a wee bit of the powder dry for the Ulster Hall here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's pretend you're shit.
Yeah.
Until you get to this gig and then rope it up the fuck out of the most iconic venue in Northern Ireland. If I'm allowed to do it, I still don't fucking know.
We are. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
I would like to say, anyway, if you've got tickets to the Ulster Hall, I should say, if your ticket, maybe we said it last week, I want to reiterate. If your ticket originally was for October of 2020 and then moved to April, When was it supposed to be?
Anyway.
When the fuck was I supposed to do it? October 2009. No, when the fuck did... Yeah,
2020.
October 2020. It was moved to April 21.
Uh-huh.
And then it's been put back. So you'll be on the 3rd of September.
Okay.
If your ticket says June of 2021, you'll be on the 11th of September. And the 10th of September still isn't sold out. Go for it. Get some tickets.
Get them out. Get the tickets going.
It's selling out. It's on the way. But it's fucking doing all right.
Not doing rightly.
We'll be bad on our day. Or we'll not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was my original point behind it?
I think it is gonna happen. Because you were saying about,
this is the thing, there's been a few people messaging me and like, oh, do we need to be double vaxxed? Do we need to be doing this? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to be dead polite, but I'm like, ask the government.
Yeah.
I just have the dick jokes.
Yeah.
I honestly have no clue.
Robin Swan.
Right. He's very dangerous.
Give him a wee ring.
I can't hear his name without just hearing Van Morrison in the background.
All I hear is your impersonation of Van Morrison.
Yeah. That's very dangerous. God, play another song, Junior. I'm Van Morrison. I'm Van Morrison. With days like this, brown eyes, mother told me I'm dangerous. What the fuck's wrong with me? I'm having a mental breakdown.
But it's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went to Stendhal on Saturday.
Yeah, tell me, Connor, what happened to you on Stendhal? What did you do?
I did comedy. And we...
Public service announcement, was there? I heard tell.
There was a wee public service at the end of the show. Because it's quite community based. And you want to make sure they're aware. But so we got there and fuck up. There were two comedy hours on. One was in the forest.
Lovely.
Which ended up being where the Bonnables played later on. We'll come to that. But so you had Woodsy and Alan Irwin, Jordan, Heather Anderson, and Ron Linsky. Linsky can go fuck himself, by the way.
Why?
Because he didn't mean to. Like, but when we got there, I asked him a question. I was like, because there was a load of kids. This is the other thing with the festival. We went there.
Kids turn up.
And like Jordan Robinson doing his stuff and all the rest. And there's like,
you want to see the scar, guys?
Yeah, he did do all that. Scared the fucking shit. So there's kids there and all the rest. So I said to Linsky, are you planning on editing the set for the weigh-ins? And he leaned over to say, what? And as he leaned over, the pint that was sitting there, he tossed it over and soaked the whole fucking back of me down the side. I was like, oh, fuck.
Fucking Linsky.
So Linsky, then he looked at me and was like, no, I'm not doing it. And I was like, that's a fucking omen. Soaking. But they went well. Woodsy was headlining and he fucking killed it. So.
Oh, he did.
And then we went over to, which I thought was, do you remember, the other, the tent in the far end?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It used to be, me and Teresa Livingston did that about 6 years ago. And it was a cow shed.
Aye.
And we were standing in front of a cow shed, a fucking garden shed, and we were in front of it, and there was a wee bit of a cover.
Aye.
And I think like 12 people came to watch us. 6 of them were her.
Aye.
So there was nobody there. This time it was fucking packed. Like a proper coverage over 4 rows. You know, of height. That one used it. Unbelievable. The crowd that came, and then the crowd that stayed on the outer side. Do you know what? Like we filled that middle part, and then they all was overflow over there because people didn't want to walk in front of the thing. But it seemed to be the way they scheduled it. There was nothing else on really competing against us, so we got a crowd. It was deadly. It was class. Yeah.
That's a good thing because I think there's always comedy tents at festivals are always just hit and miss.
Yeah,
you end up with so much. Like I remember a couple of years we did Glasgow, and it was just a fucking nightmare. And then the very last year, they nailed it. Yeah,
the year we came along.
Yeah, and then they fucking stopped doing the festival.
Yeah, we killed it off.
Yeah, because I remember doing Glastonbury, not bragging, but I did twice. And walking into the comedy tent, and there was 2,500 people watching Josh Whittaker, and I was like, if these guys stay, I'm gonna fucking like in my head I was like, where did they get a load of me? Like Josh Whittaker's gonna be like, oh fuck, I used to be on the last leg, now it's this fat piece of shit. I didn't realize Madness were playing at the same time I was playing. So Josh Whittaker finished the set, went, thank you very much. Everybody at the same time looked at their watch and went, and it was just me and about 14 families with kids and welly boots. And I'm talking about the filthiest shit. I don't change my sets for festivals.
Do you not? This is the thing that happened to us, right? So I seen that happening in the forest, and I'm going to be honest. Alan Irwin was MCing, and he probably should have made it more kid friendly, interactive. But they were so put off by it. I don't know what they were expecting. Maybe they'd never been to Stendhal before, but I knew it was a big family thing, so I knew to have. So then we went across to the other place, and Diona was on, and Darren Matthews. Ian Thompson was supposed to be there, but poor Ian his son got COVID.
Oh fuck!
I know, children overrated. And he had to pull out.
Well, he's meant to be doing the Hatfield Wednesdays. He better not be bringing no fucking COVID into my gig.
Well, check with him. But yeah, so it was only me, Diona, and Darren. And but the problem is going over there and you've fucking load of kids. Like there was front 2 rows were full of parents and kids.
Aye.
Which is a fucking nightmare because it was advertised 18 plus.
Yeah.
Diona was shitting herself going, I can't talk. I said, well, you're going to have to talk about what you normally talk about.
Yeah.
And I went out and I did the MC and sort of had a bit of crack with them and all the rest. The 3 kids in the front row, you would have had a fucking field day with us. Of course, I just give them grief the whole time.
Did you shit their mouth?
Yeah. Asking their names. Tabitha.
Fuck off.
Keaton.
Fuck off.
And Rupert.
Oh, fuck off.
I swear to God.
The fuck are they doing at Stendhal? Way back to Ascot, you fucking... Oh, Christ the night. That's dog names. I'd call it Puppy Tabitha.
That's somebody else did the same thing. They're all the 3 names of a dog.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Keaton and thing. So they were great. They were great for play.
Keaton,
And
that's not bad.
That's not right.
You're going into after Batman because I didn't want to call him Bruce Wayne.
Well, I said Buster and she said Michael, but I was like, it shows your age. I went for Buster. But
again, another dog's name.
I know, and none of us went for Diane.
Aye.
Well, weird.
Well, I know.
But yes, so they fell asleep, obviously. And but I just called them the Rothschilds the whole night. Let's go back to the Rothschilds. But yeah, it was great. It was deadly. But Diona, like, because I had sort of pre-warned them beforehand. I was like, as MC, I gotta let the parents know that this is going to be, it's 18 plus, and we're not going to remove you, but you should remove.
Yeah. And
I think they set on going, oh no, we know they'll be grand.
Aye.
Diona got on talking about being fisted by a Czech doctor, and
Man.
By the way, I should give a context that she was going through AVF.
Aye.
But just in case it's just random stories to tell.
Just didn't want to shake his hand.
I come back, I didn't have fucking tell you. And fair play to Darren, he obviously had his sort of adjusted enough to suit, and he did well, he did very well. But yeah.
I remember being at the Edinburgh Fringe one year, and there was a guy, a granddad, with an 8-year-old boy who sat in the front row. Everybody else sat behind them, so the front row was just empty apart from these 2 people. And at the start of the gig, I was like, "Sir, you might want to go get your money back or whatever, because it's like an adult show." And the guy went, "Oh, it's nothing he hasn't heard before." And I was like, "What do you fucking say?"
Challenge accepted.
Right. Just bowed.
Come here.
Yeah. I just keep thinking that wee fella's what I did on my summer holidays. The essay must have been like, fuck me. I had my eyes opened. Wee fat guy in Lurgan ruined my life, but told me you can wank yourself dry. Art.
Spreading the arts.
Yeah. When I did Stendhal, was it back in July?
Yeah, so I couldn't understand what way that worked, because was it 2 full festivals? Was it like...
Yeah,
no?
I guess, it was, I think it was different lineups.
Yeah, but when you did it, was it a full weekend of music and stuff? And oh, right, okay. I thought it was just a one-off comedy gig thing. I didn't realize it was a festival.
No, it was part of the whole thing.
But who were the bands? Who were the?
I have no idea. I literally got in, did my set and left.
Right, okay. Because Ash were headlining on the Friday night. And
the Bonneville's. I think this one was a better lineup.
So I Watch You From Afar was on the Saturday.
I mean, the comedy lineup was amazing the time I did it. Obviously, they probably can only afford to have one superstar there. So there's like, we'll get Mickey Barton, he's going to be like some class, and then we'll get Ash, whoever the fuck they are, for the second one. You can't afford to have, you can't have, I think as well, it's a security thing. They can't have that many celebs.
Yeah,
in the one place at one time.
Yeah. So it's hard
too
to deal
dangerous.
with.
That's why like Jamie Dornan was up in Portrush.
Right.
Nowhere near Stendhal.
They had to keep him away just for distance.
Keep away from Ash. Am I saying that right? Ash.
Yeah.
Ash.
Hash.
Never heard of them. Ash is one of those words, the more you say it, the more you go, I am saying that word. You haven't that? Ash. Doesn't sound right.
But yeah, it was good.
There was kids there as well, and I remember like looking up and this mom and dad, and one of those situations where you go, that's a very attractive, a very fit couple.
Right.
With 2, like, the kind of family you look at and you go, that's the perfect family on a photo.
Yeah, that's a Lidl.
Do you know what I mean?
Advertisement.
That's a full blown like someone's taking something out of a sippy cup and they're and at one point I looked up and the dad had his hands over his son's ears like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going.
We had a few of that too, but I said to them, "I was listen, you were warned. You were towel." And then, well, here was a weird thing. So I didn't realize who was all. I didn't look at the lineup. I didn't know who's. I just knew the Bonnevils were playing.
Right.
That's all we cared about. We wanted to go and see the Bonnevils. And so BBC Radio Ulster had asked for somebody to do a interview for just talking about the comedy that's on the festival, because they were live from Stendhal over the night. So Diona was originally supposed to do it. She couldn't do it. She had to leave early, so asked me to do it. I said yes. We had arranged the time. Of course, there's no reception down there, so you can't fucking ring them. So turned out I forgot that I was MC.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, I can't just leave and walk over to you because our thing's over as you were starting. So I had to send Darren over. So as he was over, and of course, typical fucking BBC, nothing was ready by 8:20. It was like close to 9, 9:10. He was still standing there waiting to talk. I was like, thank fuck it's not me. But I was standing there and I could hear a song being played on the stage, and I was like, fucking hell, who's covering Paddy Casey? It was a Paddy Casey song. I would have listened to him years ago. And I walked over, I was like, oh fuck, it's Paddy Casey.
Oh, class.
He was playing as well. I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Somebody I'd paid to go and see years ago, and I was like, this is fucking unreal.
I know, I was like, I was reading didn't stay down. I think I can't be trusted. But I can't be trusted at festivals.
No, neither can I. That's why.
Because I'll fucking yeah. I think one of the times we did Glasgowbury, and there was me, Colin Geddes, Shane Todd, and Rory Ward slept in my car because I was like, boys, I'll drive. I'm out driving.
And then
got there, they all opened the can. I was like, fuck, I was sleeping in the car. I don't want myself.
I was very, very tempted, I have to say, just because the vibe, the whole thing is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the crowd, because I was there, as I say, 6 years ago, and it was obviously the fields haven't changed in size for the stages, but it's just the crowds got bigger. So in the past, you were like, because there's 2 levels, whatever was on the bottom level, nobody was at the top, and vice versa. But this time it was, both sides were absolutely fucking packed. It was really good. So yeah, it was good. I met, I was chatting to Paddy Nash.
Paddy. I owe him a pint from last time. Paddy
will get you sorted. I know he'll be listening, but now Diane wasn't too impressed.
What?
She's not impressed with us.
Some bad talk.
Nah, bad talk. Because Paddy was listening to the way you see it. Right? Now, what she did say, she goes, Connor, now I know you get a wee bit dirty, and you take it to to a certain point, but that Bartlett bastard every time takes it too far, one step too far. And I was like, that's our Mickey. You let him go. You know what I mean?
But I'm a nice person in real life. It's only when I'm holding one of these fuzzy things that I get all fucking. And if you're listening to this, I'm holding a vagina
on his finger like a fucking spinning a pizza. You want some anchovies? No, but listen, the way
fucking tramp. I don't know why I'm calling everybody a tramp today. Can't help it. I feel like I'm trying to bring Willie Fraser back to life. Willie Fraser? What the fuck am I doing? This is my job, like.
That's BMX champion Willie Fraser.
What did you say, you slabber? Rest in peace.
Oh, that's right. Jesus, Burke right there dead.
Oh.
But yeah, so Paddy Glasgow and Stella were asking about you as well. Glasgowbury. They were all there. The whole crew was there.
Obviously, I couldn't be there with everyone famous.
I know. Bumped into one of your exes too.
Oh, which one? The dogs, man?
Aye.
Actually, she's alright.
She loves you, well, loves a dog.
Of course, yeah, I know.
But but yes, so it went well. We went into my public service announcement. I felt it was beholden to the comedians to do this because none of the other acts were doing it. I just wanted to prepare them for the fear of, because there was kids in the audience, I wanted to educate them on that there are edibles out there that are cannabis edibles, and what I did just for display reasons only was to get a packet of them. Just to explain.
Well, you need to.
You know what I mean? Because I wanted to point out how similar they are to the real package. And I was like, you have to have this conversation. So I went out and just explained to them these is what they are, and that they taste exactly the same.
Right.
And just then we went.
Fucking legend.
You can see all the faces going, the fuck's he doing? I was like, I'm just making sure you're aware. That was the end of this.
My hero.
The plan was only that I got carried away with myself because I was enjoying it so much. Actually, I was enjoying it so much because of the reaction of the people.
The whole mad?
Please don't fucking mad. But the whole point I was doing it was to say to the kids, listen, if you ever find any, even if mum and daddy have some, put them in an envelope. Uncle Yumz, Oma. Send them on to me for safety reasons, Mike.
Exactly.
You got to think of the kids.
Yeah.
So then we went into a forest.
Not even physically.
No,
just
spiritually on a different realm into the forest to watch. Which I have to say was probably the best I've seen them. The Bonneville. And
fucking so jealous.
Unbelievable. Actually, I didn't think I was going to get into it. There was that big of a crowd, and because they were on such a small stage, the queue was the whole way out. And thankfully, just being a dopey fucker, I had left Paddy Casey a wee bit earlier and came across.
Aye.
And Wigan, but the amount of people didn't get in to see them. Unbelievable. Yeah, the two boys fucking rocked it.
Unreal, man. I can't fucking wait to see them again.
I think they're Limelight. I think they've announced Limelight 1, yeah, for December time.
Fucking right.
So get your tickets, get them quick.
Aye.
If anything,
and Andy, if you listen to this, stick me in the door.
I think they might need like
MCs,
maybe a couple of MCs, maybe.
Oh, fucking right.
Oh, I could be one.
Fucking
we'll find a job somewhere. Security.
I remember the time me and you went and saw the Bonnevilles in fucking Bogans, and nobody else was over 20.
Yeah.
And me and him, the beer belly crew, fucking bought t-shirts and were dancing like fuck.
Mighty.
And those young ones going, "Wish you two set the fuck down." Hey, my boys are really taking the crack out of this.
By the time they played your 30th,
fuck me, I didn't even know they were there.
4 of us stand loving your aunties all going, "Who the fuck's that?"
That's awful loud, isn't it? It's fucking awful. That's awful fucking rude to come in there, cunts there, fucking trying to run a fucking party, fuck's sake. Because my ones are very cultured.
Very cultured. But yeah, so Chris and Andy did a great job, and fair play. And then, yeah, that was it. I went home and home happy.
That's good. That's
night
good.
Content. You know yourself. But again, hey, the setup of it is fucking.
Oh, it's class. Big shout. Like, I mean, I know
So well run
I know I complained about like not being able to get in without guest.
Yeah.
Because that fucked me off beyond belief. I am getting angry as I get older, man. I swear to God,
It does happen.
I swear,
It gets worse when you get 40. Like it's
I think I've hit like, I'm keeping it all in.
Well, that's not good.
But I think at some point I'm going to blow and I'm going to be telling people off for shit that I did when I was 24.
It
was a Tuesday and you fucking like
a skip of Coke and a pallet of Mentos.
Yeah.
It's just gonna fucking
exactly
erupt.
like fucking. Yeah,
I would like to be there to witness that.
I don't know, man. I think the one safe thing is I'll probably just start crying. I think I'm just menopausal.
Go through a change, be alright.
Just getting wild hit fucking flashes.
Even Andy on stage actually, the one was like, "There's a queer smell of oregano about here." I was like, "Ah, no, Andy, I can smell it myself. I smell it, surely." But is that a Derry Limavady Northwestern thing where I know what was happening at that festival? And nothing was happening, but I mean the atmosphere of that festival wouldn't happen in Noma. Like there was kids everywhere. There were adults were all having a drink, and some were having a smoke, and they were really enjoying it. It was a really good atmosphere. I think there'd be too fucking. They'd be too concerned, and there'd be too many fucking regulations and blah 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 blah, and people wouldn't have a good time, and then a festival here would just die. And that's not to say that they were promoting like drug use or anything else. Crack. It was loads of space. That's the good thing about this festival. Loads of space. So COVID even for that. There was a load of, even though. Let's be honest, by the time the Vandals got the third tune, there was a mosh pit. Like, you know what I mean?
Not making about them. You can do it. When a mosh pit starts, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Do you shout super spreader or do you take your top off and go fucking mad?
Yeah. When the good bastards start, you know.
Oh, I fucking yeah. Fucking right. There could be somebody getting a job and I'd be mosh pitting into it. Like.
But very, very well run, very well organised.
There's been some classes. Like, I mean, the West Belfast Fela, that was at 10,000 people. Just fucking watching Tom Jones.
Maybe. No, that was Balsonic, wasn't it?
No, I think it was a Fela.
Was it Fela?
Yeah.
Who was in the Fela last night? There was
James Arthur was on.
James Arthur was on
somewhere.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking voice.
I thought they were all Belsonic. I thought the Fela was like wolf tones or something.
I'm not organising it.
I know that they put on. There was a load of rebel songs being played last night in West Belfast, which was great because it's
just out of a car.
On the day of the Oma Bomb anniversary. It was great.
Is the anniversary?
Yesterday, yeah.
Fuck.
And so, yeah, what a country we have.
How many years is it now?
98, 23. Brutal. But yeah, so, I mean, it's great. One of the biggest things about Stendhal was the fact that people are back together again, kind of like Sandino's on Wednesday night.
Aye.
It just felt fucking lovely to have people back.
Because
we did do the Limelight and we did do the Hatfield.
Yeah.
In the initial lockdown phase, but this here felt different, even though there was table service and usual guidelines and stuff.
It's feeling more normal, more back to
definitely was
the before times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to our to Andy in the front row wearing his
Deckchair and Yumz t-shirt.
Deckchair and Yumz merch.
Revving the merch.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the man who offered me cocaine. Just out of nowhere there the other night.
And shout out to the man who gave me weed. He offered it.
Yeah.
And I took it. But
This is,
Connor, the postman, I know he's going to be listening to this. He listens to us on his rounds.
Aye.
So thank you very much to the postman.
I'll not give out the name of the man who was offering me cocaine.
I just give out the name. But he's a postman.
You have his name and his occupation. Tit. But I won't say the name, but I would.
What's his occupation?
I can't remember. To the gentleman who offered me, thank you for the offer. But this is a weird situation when someone's like, "You can take that there, but I can't get rid of it," and I'm like, "I don't want it. I need to fucking take it." And it was that intense. I started pretending that I have a genuine cocaine problem, and I couldn't be trusted because the no wasn't getting through to him. I can't take it. So I'm like fucking mad on it. Like,
And why did you not take it?
I don't want it.
No, but I mean, take it off him just to have it, just to
Because
for emergencies.
it's illegal and I don't do drugs.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good reason. Yeah, it's 2 reasons.
I'll take a bit of puff the odd time, like a fucking pint, but I'm not.
So all the time
taking burger sugar.
all the time you make reference to it on here, you're just spoofing.
I'm just joking. My nose is running. That's a coincidence. It's an absolute coincidence. My allergies.
Yeah,
I'm
jeez.
allergic to Coke.
Oh no!
I told you, first you got the money, then you got the power, then you got the woman.
Well, yes, so we are back.
We're back gigging.
We're 100% back now because we were only 50% back because you were the only one gigging it, 2 of us.
Aye,
So now
now
we're
we're
100%.
100% back. We've cut our teeth. We've popped our V plates. Deckchair and Yumz back on the fucking road. We're going to organise a gig. We're going to be. I don't know why I'm turning the gun guys. It's going to be merch, exclusive content, fucking hats, fucking. Hit me up down here in the link below. I know we don't have any of that.
No, we don't do that. That's fancy stuff.
Cup of tea, Shane. Cup of tea, merch.
I can't.
You know, too lazy. Jump, get me? Nah, fuck it.
You're right.
Like, merch went out. People bought it. There's none left. Do you know what I mean?
Unique.
So you missed your chance.
Actually, what we would like
There's
to
actually
call
still
that,
5 Christmas jumpers left.
ready for December.
Hanging up my mass out.
Get first 5 in. But yeah, what I would class that as limited edition merchandise.
Yes.
That's what that would be.
Yes.
Only as we've seen on Wednesday night and Sandino's when Andy wearing it, very few people have it. So it's
Aye. I kind of feel like we should get more merch because I'm running a clean t-shirts and I've no tumble dryer. But that's just
will be
me.
good, yeah.
That's just some fucking questions because I need to do a shite. I don't.
no,
I need
stop.
more.
You don't need a toilet because you always a toilet break.
I know. I need more.
Don't
Lucozade,
need a
but
toilet break. You
I need more Lucozade. My mouth's like Gandhi's flip flop here.
Right.
Swear to God, drier than a Protestant's wit. Tell you, my mouth's all acky packy.
Fucking hacky packy. Right. Okay. Questions.
I've got that weird thing. I can feel my mouth doing that Radio 4 presenter.
Oh no.
Do you ever listen to Radio 4 and they're always like, yes, of course, the Taliban are back in Kabul.
It sounds like out there. The fucking the
Comedy's all about timing.
aye. That one.
Yeah, that's disgusting. What's that one do?
What's
Oh, that one again?
Yeah.
That
That one does it. That's that one. Yeah. Questions.
Aye. Tell me what you think about this. Sorry, don't know why I did that. Beyonce. Question.
What is this?
Or Destiny's Child.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a.
Do you ever hear my impression of?
There's just no melody there.
Do you ever hear my
Couldn't
impression of Jay-Z getting beat up in the lift?
Go.
It's so crazy. Questions. Go ahead, quick.
Right. Who's that? Smitty. Would you rather give up blowjobs or cheese?
Blowjobs.
Fuck, I don't know.
Blowjobs, man. They hurt my neck.
I was going to say, not often I have to.
No.
Blowjobs. Or which one would you give up most? I get more cheese than blowjobs.
Yeah.
So would that be that I would
Give up
find it
blowjobs?
easier to give up blowjobs, wouldn't it? Than cheese?
Yeah.
Because like I would have.
I always find the cheese really helps take the taste out of your mouth.
Aye, that's true.
So without one, you don't really need the other.
And the two aren't mutually exclusive.
See, to be honest, I think blowjobs are overrated.
A
blowjob.
I was gonna say I don't get them literally and figuratively.
Aye. I think blowjobs, fellas want like Joe like the fuck. Them blowjobs as standard everyday blowjob. You're all pet. Go on, take your pants off and let me.
I didn't let me put that away because it's just
that has to be the fucking
that.
And I can't. My dick's smaller than.
That's what I was going to say. You need to be equipped.
Yeah,
for that level of stuff. Aye,
yeah.
And no, you did a joke the other night. Actually, you did a joke on Wednesday night. You have a bit about She's chatting away. There's enough room.
My girlfriend's giving me a blowjob. I'm still talking to them. Do you know what's really annoying? Only comedians laugh at that. The audience are like, "How that doesn't make sense?" And the comedians are like,
That's because we're all small-dicked fucking weirdos. We get it.
But I personally
mine's
think
did a fucking wagon wheel.
rock me, mama.
Fucking jammy one too.
Oh,
But
God,
listen,
for fuck's
whenever
sake.
now,
Here, Diane, if you're listening to this, that's the most filthy fuck. But yeah, personally, I think blowjobs are, and don't let the secret get out. I don't want women to start going, well, Mickey Bartlett said.
yeah.
But I do think, personally, I prefer a hand job to a blowjob. I like a hand
Again,
job.
it's been a while.
I like a hand
ones.
job. I like a hand job, but like with the threat of a blowjob.
Oh, at the mouth.
Do you know what I mean? Like fucking. Oh, you got, like they're testing the mic. 1 2 1 2. Like that's the fucking sweet spot right there.
Oh,
Check 1 2. That's the sweet spot.
I remember them days.
But when it comes to just like a blowjob,
Nah, not doing it. I can take it or leave it. If I have to do it, I'll do it. But you know, I don't really.
I think it just depends on the. I mean, it has to be a filthy. It has to be like a like fucking. Like, or I'm just like, what do you? What do you know what I mean? I can do that. Well, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But
And you have to get rid of the cheese.
yeah, and you have to get rid of the cheese. I prefer an actual Wednesday deal.
Well,
I've never actually had Wednesday deal.
What about Grand Prix?
I've never had any of that.
I don't know Wednesday deal.
No, I only ever eat cheddar.
Primula.
Bless you.
The cheese spread stuff in the fucking tube.
Oh fuck no, I can't. Oh, I can't do that. I do like a wee bit of Philadelphia, but
Oh Jesus! Oh.
anyway, next question.
What are your favorite podcasts?
I don't listen to podcasts. Oops.
Yeah. Okay. So we should list out.
Fraser Robb's got a fucking new podcast that I was on. It's called Fraser Robb Questions. Something about questions. It's very good.
Okay. I would say my favorite's probably Best of the Best.
Best of the Best good. It's good. Never listened to it either. I've never even listened to this one.
I don't listen to this one.
Fucking. I'm trying to think. Those conspiracy guys, obviously, we both like that. You don't, I do.
Never listened. Can't say I don't like it because I never listened.
Aye, it's good.
There are a couple of good, like the Chasing Cosby one's good. Given the victim sort of account from Bill Cosby's scenario.
Aye.
It's good. Dr. Death is very good. These are just like a mini series type ones, yeah.
Because for a second it was like I thought Bill Cosby had a podcast out, and I was like, that's going to sound terrible.
No,
sounds like a kettle boiling up close.
it's called Chasing Cosby. So it was now this was done before he got out. There's probably a new episode now to talk to the victims again.
Running away from Cosby. Chased by Cosby. Innocent man. What am I doing?
I don't know. Obviously we have to shout out to
all the local podcasts.
All the local ones, and you know them all.
With Me, Mudblood. What else is there?
The whole crew.
Dave's.
You got
what's Dave's podcast called again?
Sly Guy. And then you have Darren Matthews as one the odd time.
Podcast, Jordy Robinson's podcast.
There's a couple of new ones come up. Smitty is one, and McLev, and fucking Johnny Bow is one. There's
quite a podcast.
There's a load out there. We just don't like them.
Yeah,
right.
Don't listen. Just keep listening to ours. Cause
yeah, I think it's a fuck with the rest. Have you
merch?
Have you ever sharded?
No, but I have shit myself. I have sharded. Everybody sharded.
Yeah.
Definitely done a wee.
I got sharded the night of my birthday. There was a wee shard.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you, all day Friday, I was like, there was several points where I wiped my ass and there was nothing there. Like, I thought I'd sharded.
Right, yes.
But I hadn't. I just, for some reason, it was like.
There were a few now of those Instagram videos where I thought
there's a bubble in that.
You need to check the cacks. Like.
Yeah. Thankfully, it didn't.
Have you ever, it's never happened on stage?
No, I'm weirdly don't fart. I fart all day, every day, but as soon as I'm holding a microphone, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone, yeah. Same as that. There's no burps, no fart. There's nothing apart from here. Like.
Here,
disaster. But I'm the same. I wouldn't have any. I assume it's just your body just make sure there's nothing embarrassing can happen. So it just shuts down.
Needing to piss on stage is a nightmare.
I've never had that.
I've told you that before. I had it had to run off stage mid set and go for a pee.
Oh, I never know.
Which is why. Do you ever notice I pee 20 times before going?
I do notice that. Right.
It's because
I thought it was because of the amount you drink.
No, it's because of one time I had to pee really, really badly. The MC ran over, and then another act came on. Surprise ran over.
Oh, no way.
And I nearly pissed myself on stage. And now I have it in my head. I'm going to piss myself. So I'm completely dehydrated before going.
Mighty. That's not something to worry about. That's interesting. Right, yes, lads. Any word on the Oma comedy scene coming back anytime soon? Yes, I think. Do you know, I got a phone call from Tom Stade the other day. To let me know.
God, how you fucking doing, man?
No. There is nothing beats, because I was driving at the time. There's nothing beats a conversation between Tom Stade and Ruby.
Oh shit.
That was fucking. I should have videoed it. It was fucking epic because it was on speakerphone.
Aye.
She's in the back seat. Hi, Tom. And Ruby. He just gets straight into it, and that was it.
Class.
Gone. And Tom hadn't a fucking clue what she was saying.
Aye.
She hadn't a clue what he was saying. It was fucking genius.
Fucking amazing.
He was ringing me to say that he's coming back. But looks like now it's going to be put off again until maybe December time. But that was to be in Daly, so that was going to be the first Oma gig that's come back again. So I don't really know. I know a few people have asked us about doing a Deckchair and Yumz live podcast.
Yeah.
Which I think we should look into. We keep saying this every week, but we never do.
Yeah.
I think it's because we don't know what the actual guidelines and all that sort of stuff. When that eases a bit, I think, was it yesterday they took away?
I have a clue. I was Googling it last night and this morning, and I still don't know if theatres are open.
I think they are, but then there's something about, now they're taking away the self-isolation days, but you have to take a test on the 2nd day and the 8th day.
You need a fucking maths degree on it. I don't know.
But not the 5th day. The virus is very, very smart. Very smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's OCD now as well as autistic.
Right, okay. Now that you've both been to Stendhal, how good is it to have festivals back? I have to say, a highlight of the festival was Connor educating the parents on the dangers of edibles. See?
Exactly.
It was the dangers.
The more you know.
Do you know what? It was... you didn't stay for when you were there.
No.
But
I saw your Instagram story. I was like, fuck, that looks amazing.
It was absolutely class. And you know, more than anything else, it was just fucking unreal to be standing among people again.
I do
crowd bouncing and dancing and doing, this is fucking
I think there's something about as well when you see a good looking woman in a pair of denim shorts and welly boots, something in me is like, Jesus wept.
Don't.
I'm alive. I'm a red-blooded man. I'm nothing I can do about it.
I'm going to tell you the truth. They don't only have to be good looking.
Oh yeah, I know.
Any woman in a pair of shorts and wellies.
I don't know what it is about this fucking.
Sorry, Emer.
No, but I don't know if there is something just in our nature where we find somebody who looks like a good worker just very sexy.
She'd put in some shift.
Tell you what, she'd cut some turf by. You could put a bar on that girl's back. If she comes near me, I will. Cracker barrel. Oh no. It's happening again.
I won't be able to look at that fucking thing again.
Oh
no. Next thing. Oh no, he gone.
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
Are you alright?
I'm so fucking hungover.
Oh, right. Back to questions. Mickey. What? Why do you sound like one of those fucking backing singers for HRs? Hey girls, Right.
Worst. How the fuck did he know he had backing singers?
Right. Worst experience drunk.
Oh my god. I've never had a bad experience drunk.
I think other people have had bad experiences with me drunk, but I haven't.
Worst experience drunk was the time. It was the time I threw up in the back of my own car. We were at my sister's birthday, when she was like her 19th birthday,
right,
in the Holy Lands, and the whole plan was we were trying to do 19 pubs, right? And we went and got a carryout, but we were waiting. A few people turned up, so we got a carryout from Tesco's, and we went to one pub. But I got fucking smashed and ended up going to KFC just to try and soak it up. I was going to soak us up before we went to the pub. Panic ordered what I would order for me and the girl I was going out with at the time. So I was that drunk, I got to the counter, went, give us 2 large wicked chicken meals. Right. They handed me the food, and then I was just like, I'm going to eat all this. I got all gall on me. So I would get into this taxi, and I could see my mate outside the pub waiting on me. And I got in the taxi, and he was like, I can't remember the name of the street. And he was like, mate, that's just round the corner. And I was like, go, go, go. I paid a $5 to go like a 10 feet. There was nobody in the house, I had no keys, so I got in the back of my own like 2-door Hyundai Accent and ate all of it. I mean, fucking 2 burgers, 2 chips, 2 large Fantas, scooping the gravy out like that. And I had a sleeping bag in the back of the car from Glasgowbury that time that me and Shane all did. Right. I went, fuck, I'm going to go for sleep. Put in sleep. I woke up already broken. Because it was a 2-door car, I couldn't get the seat for it, get the door open. So I threw up on the floor. And then I ended up putting the sleeping bag on top of the sick. Because I was so drunk, I was like, I'm going to go to sleep anyway. So I threw the sleeping bag on top of that. Found a duffel coat that I had in the boot. I was like, I'll put that round me just to go to sleep in. And then I went, I know what I'll do. I'll put it on back to front and put the hood over my face so I can't smell the sick. Didn't tell anybody. So then 2 o'clock in the morning, my sister goes back to her house and finds me in the back of my own car sitting bolt upright with fucking my hood on back to front. She's like, what the fuck? That's probably that.
I had a similar experience, well, not similar, but a bad experience where it was at a festival, but it wasn't drunk. It was the next morning.
Start laughing like, you know, so warm. Right.
We had a transit van that I got off one of the fucking local McDonald's.
Are transit vans real vans in your opinion?
Big ones, aye.
Do you think so? I just mean, I was trying to make a trans joke there. It didn't really work.
No, but
all right, fucking Jordan Peterson in cars.
Did you ever like suddenly wake up and like it's the toilet? The need for the toilet is the thing.
Oh fuck yeah! Like your willy's like up.
Well, yeah, mine was the other.
Your bum like this.
Yeah. Right. I woke up in the back of a transit van in the middle of the field at Oxygen. Right. With that feeling, like bolt up, right? Going, oh holy fuck! Right now, I had no idea what the fuck I was going to do. And then I seen one of my mates whose mother had made him a load of sandwiches in a lunchbox. Because I knew I was in the middle of a field. I had no way, because the closest, there wasn't even toilets. So I thought at least a hedge would do. But I'm not shitting in the middle of this. So now, in fairness, because I'm a good friend, I dumped the sandwiches out of the box. And then shit in the box. Until the day I die, I will never forget the feeling of being absolutely hungover as fuck. Sitting in a lunchbox, shiting in the back of a transit van with no windows being able to be opened and the fucking smelling it. Now the look on his face when he came back and seeing his lunchbox underneath the van going, what's that there? And I was like, oh, that's water.
So you took the sandwiches out of the box, shit in the box, and threw the shit out of the box into the...
No, I just left the box underneath the van.
Fucking dirty cunt.
Didn't empty it out.
Oh, you tramp.
Well, you know, what was I going to do?
I know, here, in fairness, like, it's nothing worse than just being...
A tramp.
Like, being busting for a piss is painful, but at least as a man, you can go, fucking, I'm going here,
yeah,
piss on a wall, and like,
yeah.
I've had a couple of close calls.
Like, I have never had that in my life. I've never been wakened by the need for the, you know, I've never been bolt upright going, I'm not going to make this.
I always think the worst feeling in the world is, you know that bead of sweat that starts in your crown? And you're like, oh no. And you can feel all the heat in your body going to your ass. And you're like, I'm fucking freezing.
From that year on, it was Imodium every year.
Aye.
We learned our lesson and blocked it up for the fucking weekend. Came home with 4 days worth.
Oh, Christ tonight. I can't deal with it. I was so long.
Just to help with your hangover. Well, this will help your hangover. Next question. If you're an inch deep in your ma and your dad's an inch deep in you, what way are you moving to get out?
Backwards.
Into your dad? You love him more, don't you?
That's just more a case where at least me and him be able to talk about it. That was weird.
I think if you're at that point already, grab the both of them and pull them. You know what I mean?
Just stuff.
Do it the full fucking way. Do it the full.
Your face.
Because at that stage, you're psychologically damaged anyway. You may as well get a good ride of it. Yeah. So that's that one sorted. Right. So Next up, impressive farting session by Mickey earlier in the week. Superhero power-esque. What's his go-to consumption for fueling his special power?
Guinness and whiskey sours.
Guinness and whiskey sours.
Yeah,
what's
and
the food
then a
scenario?
very spicy pizza.
Spicy pizza will do it.
And a
Lovely.
full large chip because your girlfriend went to bed and didn't eat half of hers.
Mickey, have you been invited back to Best of the Best? What would you pick? Would love to hear you and lads mull over an 80s classic.
Well, what have we done live?
We did Fast Five and Die Hard.
Yeah.
So you're the only guest we've had twice. There you are. Ooh.
What have you not done? Did we not talk about one?
Commando. We talked
Commando.
about.
Fucking love to do Commando. Fucking right. Let's go Commando.
We'll go back. Let's go Commando. Right. Hi, guys. I have some fantastic news. Ooh. All too often, as we get older, we are made to feel that our best days are behind us. I disagree. I turned 45 this year. I've noticed a distinct improvement in my fart game. I'm getting longer, louder, more voluminous farts, especially those big morning ones. They have more depth, texture, and I feel a wider damage radius. Would you feel the same?
My farts rarely smell, to be honest. Right? Very rarely smell. Now, I will say there were several situations there on Friday where I was like, I'm not well, like I'm ill.
Yeah.
But most of the time, my farts at the moment, anyway, thankfully, are just percussion.
Well, we still have
a very acoustic anus. I call it the Dampy Theatre. The orchestra shit.
The Dumpy Theatre.
Yeah, the Dumpy Theatre. That's what I call it.
Though, unfortunately, the elusive third gear of guffing still eludes me. Have you got the third gear?
Third
no,
gear?
they get the... No, it goes up the
yeah.
Apart from that, my farts are definitely in the best shape of my life. There you have it, gents. I wish someone would have imparted this information when I was younger. Farting gets better with age. Amazing.
Yeah.
There you are.
I do love a good fart. Do you know what will never not embarrass me, even when I'm on my own? Is when you go for a poo and you fart and it echoes in the toilet. Oh, it never doesn't make me go off for fuck's sake.
A fart with reverb. But I can't do that if somebody else is around.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, we talked about this last week. But that's the worst
fart
thing.
with reverb is unreal.
Yeah, when you're in a bathroom and your bum's doing the check 1 2. Can you hear me at the back there? Like there's nothing. It's so embarrassing.
Or the days where it just bursts into an opera.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. Like fucking yesterday we were going for dinner and I was like, I told my girlfriend I was going to go brush my teeth. And I was actually going for a quick shit and did a fart and she went, "Are you shitting in there again?" And you couldn't even hide it. Boom! Dust coming off the ceiling. You're like, fucking hell. End up taking out half a Haiti.
Too soon. Right, Mickey, if UTV were to bring back continuity announcers, what would your now on the UTV accent or character be? And Connor, if they booked you to host a chat show Friday Night Live at Yumz, who would be your first guest? Do you see, this is from John, who clearly knows us, not to ask me to do an impersonation or a character, and not to ask you to host a chat show.
Yeah, that's a bit rude. Like, I think it's even ruder that you use the word continuity in this podcast. You know, we're non-political.
We're rehabilitated Republicans.
Who would do? See, I don't think he can really beat Julian. No, he was perfect for that.
I always say that has to be the weirdest cultural thing for anybody outside the country to witness. That
just
switch over. Because the switch happened so quick.
Yeah,
he's like, everything's very professional, and then what I tell you,
and see the fucking Veers and up then Rover's return. That was fantastic. I think I would just bring back Julian.
A chat show. Who would your first? We'll ask you first. Who would your first guest be if you were to have somebody? It has to be local. I assume it has to be in the north. They are. Narrow it down.
Fuck, I don't know. Do you know what? I'd weirdly would love to like do a kind of a drink based chat show. I'd get like fucking Jamie Bryson on.
Or Nesbitt.
Or do you know what I mean? Like somebody, like even Nolan or somebody fucking weird. Somebody who's really divisive. And then,
and then
the first question be, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know what I mean? I'd love to get Nolan on a chat show and go, explain yourself, you fucking dick. What you on? Tell the truth, what you on? What have they got on you, Stephen? What have they got on you? What did you do? Don't know I can.
I'd love to. Like Jimmy Nesbitt would be somebody just again, but you'd have to have them drunk or drinking, like to have a crack. I would love to have a chat with Bernadette Devlin or Bernadette McCaskey.
Aye,
just out of because she is fucking.
Probably
Devlin.
If you pick one,
I don't know. Just because
you ever see Bernadette Devlin and Bernadette McCaskey in the same room?
No, there's a conspiracy theory for you. I heard her doing the Blind Boy interview, and I thought, oh, she'd be crack.
Aye.
You can have a crack with her.
I don't think, what do you call your man from People Before Profit?
Ian McCann.
Ian McCann,
Another one. The two of them together. There
Yeah.
you are. That's my dream. The first guest would be McCann and Bernadette together. Would be fucking unreal. Right, okay. Well, lads, who would you say is the best up-and-coming comedian in Northern Ireland to look out for?
Robbie McShane.
Technically, I'm up-and-coming.
Oh yeah, I've been up and coming for the last 11 years.
Robbie,
Definitely Robbie McShane.
McKerney too.
Yep. McCartney's already kind of famous.
Facebook famous.
I suppose.
Not stand-up famous. So
I think his best kept secret nobody knows about.
Oh, absolutely.
McShane.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
We're going to get a live podcast soon in one of the comedy clubs. Yes, we just talked about that. We'll get that sorted out. Mickey, coming to see you in the Woodvale Park on the 29th. Woodvale Park. I live up the street from it. Fancy pints afterwards. That's from our man.
Very potentially.
Next up, hangover cure, lads. I'm running a £400,000 piece of machinery, and I'm hanging like a war criminal here. Any
Jamaican
cures?
ginger beer.
Jamaican ginger beer.
The tins of it.
Are you making ginger beer? I'm saying.
Jamaican me want to fucking hit you. Yeah, that stuff's fucking class for hangover.
Right.
Put it in the fridge the night before you're drinking. Next morning, wake up and just batter it. And pineapple, just chunks of pineapple.
Is it the sugar? Do you think maybe, or the citric sort of thing?
The burniness of it as well. Lucas, Lucas, it kind of burns you when you're hungover. It's that kind of feeling. But if you can get an entire pineapple, again,
the day after that session we had for my birthday, my wife was like trying to be all prepared and all, so she got some Lucozade in and got Lucozade Zero. She didn't realise it. Complete absolute waste of time.
Aye.
So you're drinking that for the taste of that.
Aye.
And that's not why you're drinking that. You're drinking after the sugar. So there's no sugar in it.
And leave that bitch.
Do you know what they had to call it? A citrus drink. Because they can't call it an energy drink because there's no sugar in it, zero sugar. So it's now a citrus drink. And I'm like, what fucking fruit is that? What fruit is lemon?
I'm not going to call them that anymore. And if it's one, it's Michael Barrymore. Like. Tastes like pool water.
I don't know anymore.
What am I doing?
I don't know. It's really fucking. Any wonder YouTube's taking this off fucking everything. What the fuck?
I'm never going to job in the civil service again until that. Anyway, buy tickets to the shows. We'll see you later.
Oh, thank you to our sponsor, Lucozade fucking Zero. When did you finish the questions? Last one, not a question. There you are. So it's not a question. Not a question, but missed the comedy sets on Saturday at Stendhal due to yappy child making me return to car park to charge the phone. Oh,
fucking hell!
What made up for it was meeting the stunningly beautiful Mr. Yumz while watching the Bonnevilles. How class was it? Ooh. No, that's somebody taking a piss there. Yes, I can't remember who we met in Bonnevilles. I don't know. No idea. There you are. I do. There you are.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's the right person. I don't know if it's the same person or not. Do you know?
This is like having
do you not know?
With my ma.
I know. Sure, I know.
I do. No, I mind. That's right.
I mind now.
It
was the edibles had worn off. Sorry. It was.
We went down. I tell you what happened. We went down.
And he says
to the Bonnevilles, and we were there. He came around with his one, and obviously and I says nah. And then, do you know what I mean? She came around, and she was, and anyway, well.
You didn't give me the name. If it's the same person I'm thinking about, I didn't get a name, so they just said they rang in one time.
Was the name there?
Yes,
well, that's what it is.
On the night, didn't give me the fucking name. You didn't say I'm such. But I met a load of people.
I'm sure you did.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
Shout out to Harry, who looked like Prince Harry. I met him. He came up to me and spoke to me. But right enough now when you say that, yeah.
I'm going to go home now. I'll see you later on.
Ulster Hall,
3rd, 10th and 11th September. We're both going to be there. Going to take
10th you trying to sell?
Yeah.
10th? So go look for the 10th.
There's a smattering of tickets for the other two, but they're technically sold out. But 10th September.
Are we staying up for the 9/11 20th anniversary?
More than likely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, the two of us will probably fall down together. And then a small other person in the background nobody talks about. What we're going to do is we're going to smash 50p pieces and just say it was a coincidence. No? Right. See you later. Bye. What's up, motherfuckers?